I've often asked for advice about how to deal with stress and panic attacks. I suppose the first thing I would actually say is there is no quick fix, but there are things you can actually do to control them in the short run. The critical thing is your breathing. It's important that you try and breathe into your navel, so it's down to this kind of level. You breathe in and out, and you just imagine your breath going all the way down into your navel and all the way back up again. And the more you practice this, the deeper your breathing becomes, because I find the most common problem with people who suffer from anxiety and stress is shallow breathing. I suppose the other thing I would say is you need to recognise that it's not necessarily a problem. It's not your brain getting at you or some flaw in you. Panic, anxiety is generated by your subconscious, and it's an attempt to keep you safe. Unfortunately, it overdoes it. The other thing I would say about panic and anxiety is that people try and push it away. Oh, it's a bad feeling, let's get rid of it. The thing with panic and anxiety is you need to treat it like a friend. You need to embrace it. You need to realise that it's actually trying to give you a message. And of course, we all know that a certain amount of anxiety is needed to help our performance. You know, when we engage with it and realise it's just an attempt to keep us safe, we begin to start looking at it in a different way. And some of the most common symptoms are things like churning in the stomach, wobbly legs or arms, tightness in the chest, excessive use of the loo, butterflies in the stomach. There's a whole host of them. What I find with people is if you begin to work with those feelings, you go back to where they first started. And hypnotherapy allows you to go back to where those sensations first started. In our subconscious mind, the event that took place and the feelings have become separated. In the case of anxiety and stress, the feelings come up every time they're triggered unconsciously. Through doing various techniques in hypnotherapy and practice through coaching, you can actually change those feelings and regain control. And for me, part of this process, you can use things like imagine yourself as that little child and imagine the older adult you with more resources, with more power, with more ability, coming back and helping you to deal with those things that you encountered that generated those adverse or unpleasant circumstances. The other thing I find is absolutely crucial to this is to learn to train your mind. So self-hypnosis really. I find with this there are a number of things I teach people to actually do which enable them to interpret those feelings in their stomach, those feelings perhaps in an arm, but more of this on another occasion. So thank you for listening.